So there's a tree at the end of the driveway on the farm where I grew up. It's a quarter mile back to the house, and it is a couple 100-year-old bur oak tree. So it's got really deep rivets, right? So when I was a kid and I'd go wait for the bus, I would hang out, and this became my tree. My tree because of some of the craziness going on in my family. And what this tree did for me, solidly did for me, was to ground me in what's important to me and to my young little being over time. It connected me to spirit in a way that I wouldn't have anticipated. So if you remember, about once a week, my dad would come through the door, he would be drunk, he would sit on the black naga hide and pretty much compel me to sit next to him. And he continued to then talk about how he was disrespected, etc. My dad's shame of his stuttering really defined those moments. He was suffering. So while I'm on the chair, I'm like, shit, he's really making me mad. He's suffering a great deal, right? Now my mom was around and not around because she got really tired of this. However, her presence in our lives was the stabilizing force. Because what I didn't tell you yesterday is that my dad is a freaking life of the party. Everybody loves Roger. He ran for community office. He won that office, held it for 16 years. He had wooden coins. Roger, Johnson, not a fast talker, but a hard worker. He leveraged his impediment to work for him, right? I talked about the power of the pause, which back here on this naga hide seat, I wasn't really sure how to do, and it kind of shaped me like this. I've talked about that. But there was another part of me, like Roger. Me, like my mother, who's very studious and focused and present. So if we go back to the tree, I had to go out the driveway and pass this lovely bur oak tree. I would often go up and hug it, hang out there when it was windy. Around about 5th or 6th grade, we had the Declaration of Earth Day. I don't know if some of you remember that, but it was a declaration that the earth would become something, an entity very, very important. And I took it very seriously. So fast forward in my life, another moment in time, all this trauma is happening. I go to graduate school, I become the social worker. My sister is brutally assaulted, and I get a call at 3:33 a.m. in the morning, waking me up. I'm at the hospital in a flash. And my sister, who's gregarious like my dad and can weave a story and does not know a stranger, is mute. She's totally in shock. And I found solace in my shape, the army girl. She knew what to do, and she did it. She did it, and then a couple of days later, after Mom was there, Shauna was fine, I was settled, then I started to fall apart, right? So what served me well here, serving you, shaping me, it also contained me over much. So at this moment in time, I do the right thing. I work with my sister, but I did not have the capacity yet to pause, really. And I did not yet have the capacity to take that deep breath. My sister's assault was so brutal in the paper. Everybody knew about that. And it changed the trajectory of my life and the profession that I would pursue. That's probably my phone telling me that I'm on track. That's probably what it is. Sorry about that. So it changed my trajectory so much that what became very apparent to me, back to my bur oak tree, is that all of us need to be connected to spirit like that tree. All of us want to find the through line in nature, in our bodies, with each other, about what really matters to us. And that requires that we feel ourselves. that we feel our sensations, we feel the outrage, we feel the care. And today, I would say, fast forward, I went through another 20 years working with folks in trauma space, and I started to see executives coming into my office who, lo and behold, guess what they had? Trauma. They weren't able to access any more than their soldier girl, soldier boy shape. We're all shaped by events and people and nature and stuff that happens. And in order to access the best of us, and we've all talked about it, I would implore you that pausing is the way to go. You can pause in a moment. You can reset your psychobiology. You can take an extended pause, maybe for a long weekend, maybe for a month. You can take a pause that you can dive into what's really significant to you. So back to Earth Day. Today, ladies, I am outraged at what's going on in this country with our lack of care of the earth, our lack of care for Indigenous people, for women, for all of us here. I am outraged. And today, in a way that I couldn't 20 years ago, certainly not 40 years ago, I couldn't speak it. I am outraged. And I stand here before you wanting to burst into tears and gather you all at the same time to go on the mission together so that we can make our difference in whatever way we make it to reclaim the power that lives within us that's connected to that bur oak tree or whatever oak tree or something that you have, so that we can reclaim the earth. I'm a little nervous. I heard on the news today what's happening. I'm outraged. It's wrong. It's because somebody in power has shape that's very tiny and contained and can't hold a lot and is acting it out. And it's wrong, and I hold that it's on us to access. Pause is the portal to all the possibilities for each of us, and that we want to linger longer in what's true for you to make your difference. Thank you.